Anybody here?
What's going on? It is AD from the Lookout. We got Zeno Robinson.
Yo.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Shit, man, it's been a long day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, how's the day been for you?
Hey,
Chilling?
moving back and forth. How's it been for you, though? Like, it's DreamCon, we out here.
Man, I think this is like, usually like when I do DreamCon, like I'll do like one little panel and I'll show up and wherever I'm supposed to be and I'm usually there the whole time. This feels like a very busy DreamCon for me. Like,
I mean, we out here.
Like, I feel like I've been doing so much, like I'm barely at the table.
Hey, that's a great thing, man.
Yeah.
Listen, when you just get to be like immersed,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's cool though.
Yeah. So how has it been so far? Real quick,
Yeah.
before I get into any other stuff.
Uh-huh.
We got the Crunchyroll Awards this past year. We had
The
this
other week?
Yeah, the other week.
Okay, right.
Yeah. We had a couple of anime out, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Are you tapped into any of the other latest stuff?
Yeah.
So we had Kaiju number 8, Free Rent, Don,
Right.
Solo Leveling.
Right.
We had Solo Leveling win.
Yeah.
What was your anime of the year from last year?
My personal anime of the year from last year was Don.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was Don. Yeah. Oh, that's hard. Dang, I wish AJ was here to see that. That's so crazy. Oh, you got, yeah, set tripping. What the heck? Yeah, I guess you win regardless. You win either way. I think my personal was Don. I think like, and maybe this is because I haven't seen like how the other team worked, but like I went to the premiere at Anime Expo and like got to talk. I hear the director talk about his approach and like how he felt about each scene and like how he approached the anime and. I just think there hasn't been an anime like Don in a really, really long time. Like, it's part shoujo, part shonen, part seinen. It like blends so many anime genres in such a seamless way. Like everything. Comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, alien, supernatural. Like you can't really define Don.
It doesn't overshadow each other.
Yeah,
It makes a great like a gumbo.
Yeah.
A wonderful gumbo, all of things together.
I got to go to the world premiere of Evil Eye, the beginning of like the Evil Eye arc, like right before coming here, like maybe last Wednesday or this past Wednesday, and like it's just how like you'll be watching an anime and you'll be like. Something happened with the quality here, like episode 3 or episode 7 or episode 6. Like Don is so consistent. It's so consistent. I think they just have like Science Saru is a great studio. Like I don't want to say they're up and coming because they've been around and they haven't missed. Like they've been doing great stuff like from jump, but like Don is like just another elevation of that studio.
We love to call it's one of them ones. There's no bad chapters, no bad moments.
Yeah, that's a big that's gonna be a classic. Like how we think like Yu Yu Hakusho is a classic. Like certain anime that are just timeless. And I think Don is gonna be one of those anime too. Yeah, 100%. And maybe the world hasn't caught on yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they will. They will.
Just from the art style, the character design, and the direction and way.
Yeah.
Like it's such a breath of fresh air that it already made such a big staple.
Yeah. 100%. It started strong and it's continuing strong.
Touching on AJ a little bit earlier, I know y'all got that back and forth going on where people mistake him as you and everything like that. Well, how is that though? Like,
AJ Beckles. It's me. Hello.
Like, y'all ever had that phone call? It's like, man, they done did it again, man.
Man, all the time. And I told him he's allowed to sign any Hawks merch. If somebody brings it up to him and says that he's Zeno Robinson, I say, you can sign it. You have my full permission to sign it. We talk about it all the time. It's like a running joke of ours. I'm always like, we'll do a panel together and I'll tell everybody it's me, AJ Beckles, and he'll say he's Zeno Robinson. And yeah, it's I think we make fun of it now.
Okay. Now, on the topic of My Hero, it's the final season. Final season coming out, man. How do you feel like coming to the end of the road so far?
Like my job stability. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Everything I'm in is ending. Yeah, man. I think it's been a long time coming, and I'm just excited to see it through to the end. But man, end of an era. That's kind of what it feels like. It's gonna be mad bittersweet. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels. It's like it's bittersweet. Like, dang, we're really here at the end, and the manga ended not too long ago too. So it's
Yeah.
like, man, it's really over.
But now we also got Vigilantes
Yeah,
coming out. Like,
Vigilantes
how do
is
you
out.
feel about that right now?
I'm glad. There for so long, like a lot of people in the acting community were like, Vigilantes, 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 and then every time Bones would say a new My Hero thing, everybody like Vigilantes, Vigilantes, and it would just be like a new movie, right? So I think like one, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's animated so well. The team doing Vigilantes is going crazy right now. I mean, that's like kind of the Don consistency that they got going on over there, and like. I'm just glad like My Hero gets to continue, and like
Yeah.
a lot of the people who are like the OG My Hero actors like get to return. Like Chris Wakamp, who plays Aizawa, is like really excited about Vigilantes, right? Because Aizawa could, so it's like he could still get to play the character, and I think that's really fun. And like the community still gets My Hero stuff. I think that's also really fun.
I gotta ask because there have been some times where we're just like, because we've read Vigilantes too.
Yeah.
Also, which one so far, in your opinion, is the better My Hero story?
That's so interesting. This is a fun question. I think I still would say My Hero, like standard, like proper. I know a lot of people do. Do you think Vigilantes is better?
I think from the perspective of it is like Vigilantes has the more adult nature. It's not really rooted into the school and everything like
Yeah.
that, so like the characters we can a little bit more closely relate to, and then
Yeah.
it also involves the heroes a lot more versus class 1A,
Yeah.
sprinkle a class 1B or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I think but man, I just think those first 2 seasons of My Hero Academia are so freaking strong.
Yeah.
Like I think like 1, 2, and then like 6 and 7 is like where stuff like picked up, right? Like maybe a little bit of 5. But yeah, like those first 2 seasons are crazy. And and maybe my opinion will change when all of Vigilantes is aired, and but dang, I just feel like those first 2 seasons were so strong that it's hard that I gotta go with OG.
Okay. Now it's kind of on the same topic, but like with Demon Slayer and the movies coming out,
Yeah.
how do you feel about this coming to an end? Like we're seeing a lot of stuff that you're in that's coming in.
I know. That's why I
like,
said
it's
all
like-
my job stability. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Yeah, Demon Slayer's coming to an end, and I'm really excited about it. 3 movies. I think it's a smart move. It like you can instead of like ending it to this year, right? We extended another 3 or 5 years or however long it's gonna take them to animate all the movies. I think it's really exciting. I think it's gonna. I honestly have a feeling. You know how like when we watched like the MCU, when we were in that Infinity
Yeah.
War Endgame. Remember when we all left Infinity War? Like, I can't believe I have to wait
like two.
another like year or so
Yeah.
to see how this ends. That's gonna be so crazy. I think like the Demon Slayer movies are gonna have that impact. Like you're gonna leave the theater like, I can't believe I gotta wait to see what happens next, and it's gonna like propel it, and it's already gigantic popularity, but I think it's gonna go crazy.
Are there any like series that, because you're a manga reader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any series that you're looking forward to getting animated like in
Have y'all heard of a manga called Gachi Akuta?
July?
That is next up. That is the next big show. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
No, not that one.
It's about like trash. It's about like junk. This kid lives in like the city that like floats above the ground, but he's from the slums, from the hood up there, right? He's from the ghetto, and so but he loves digging through trash because he finds value in what other people throw away. He gets accused of something he didn't do, and the people who already shun him and look down on him and call him weird, and he's got like this thing going on with his hands. They blame him. He gets framed for the crime, and so they punish him by banishing him to the pit. So they drop him off the city, and he gets sent down to the pit, which is where all of the trash they throw away goes. And so like there are these gigantic trash beasts. The air is like toxic to breathe in the no man's land area where he's just landed. And he's saved by this guy named Engine. and engine has this umbrella, and the ability system is like so if you have a treasured item, like your most valuable possession, you can turn that possession into a weapon. So he's got this umbrella, and when he activates it, it turns this crazy looking umbrella weapon. And the main character, Rudo, discovers that he's a giver, which is like the people who can do that ability. And he can make anything into a weapon because he finds value in everything. I got all of you. If you're watching, you're going to be watching this show in July. I know I sold him. I know I got you.
Man, listen, because we know, like, it's from one of the assistants of Akira Kubo, who is the writer of Soul Leader, Fire Force. Yeah. So, like, we know they come from a great you know, culture and background.
Yeah,
like,
the art is like gorgeous. The art is like, that's going to like make or break this anime if it's able to capture Kei Urana, who's the manga that captures her art style. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's like my number one. Kagurabaki, of course. I know everybody likes Kagurabaki. I think it's cool. I'm excited one day for that to get animated. You know,
that's gonna be a crazy one.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I think those are like my main two. I don't know if I can think of any others that I'm reading right now. Okay. But I'm like, we'll get animated.
Speaking of, we're going to switch topics a little bit. We're going to go to the game section. Sure. Like, you know, because you've had a lot of recent roles, things I've played personally and like I'm a fan of. You had, that's so cool. Junpei.
Persona.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
How was that? From a 20 years, 20 years?
Like, Persona 3 was my first ever Persona game. Okay. So, it was the first one I played. Well, technically, I started with Persona 2. But I moved quickly to 3 without finishing 2. I need to go back and play 2 or finish 2. But and like it ended up being my favorite one out of the series. Okay. 3. And so when I was playing 5, I was like, if 3 looked like this, it would sweep. They don't understand. All these Persona 5 fans don't understand what they're missing. They don't play 3 because it look old. But if it looked like this, it'd be game of the year. I was wrong about the game of the year part, but
it's still a great game though. Like all the mechanics and everything from like, you know, it's a more mature story too compared to
4 and 5. Well,
5 has some moments, you know, but like
3 was the game about death, right? Like it was the game about, it was existentialism, the game, right? Like it was, everything was rooted into that in the story. And so when the remake was announced to be happening, actually I think I don't know I don't know if I was recording yet when it was announced, but Atlas did a poll like what you would want to see remade. And I clicked that one. I clicked 3. I said please remake 3, and then it actually freaking happened. And then not only did it actually freaking happen, I got to be in it. Like, I didn't expect to be, because a lot of the actors who were the OG cast were still working. So I was like, even when the audition came our way, I was like, these actors are all still working. Yeah. You know?
Not reprising anything, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they reprised some stuff. Like PCB, the studio, like cares about those actors. And so they were great. You know, they allowed them to, I feel it.
Yeah. Also, one of my favorite series, Fire Emblem, where you got to play as Fogado. The GOAT. Yeah.
I literally, I had just said recently in another interview that like if I could go back and like play a character more, it would be Fogado. Like, I just feel like if you played 3 houses, right?
Yeah.
So like I had all my homies who were like in 3 houses were like talking about how long it took to record. It was like 3 years they've been working on it, and they've been working on it so long. And so when I booked Fogado, I was like I'm in a mainline Fire Emblem game, and it's gonna take me 3 years. I'm gonna spend all this time with this character, and it's gonna be 3 houses all over again. And we were done in like maybe like 7 months, and I was like, what happened? Why? This feels,
because it definitely was a smaller game. Somehow, some way.
It was an anniversary game, so it was made more so to like celebrate the franchise, as opposed to like as opposed to being a next acting installment. And It was cool. And I loved it. I love Fogado. But yeah, like I was like, I wish we got like an extended thing or like more DLC or something because I love playing Fogado.
Is there any games that are coming out or that you played recently where you were like, man, if I could put that role right there? Or
man, I'm always I play every Last of Us like I want to be in this game so bad. Every time I play The Last of Us, I'm like, I want to be in this game series so bad. I want to be in this friend. Just give me one. I just want one Naughty Dog game. I want to be in Intergalactic 2, even though it seems like Intergalactic 1 is never coming out. Yeah. But I always am like, dang, I want to be in a Naughty Dog game so bad. Please, Naughty Dog, let me in.
Please.
Let me in. I think that and Metaphor. I'm
playing through it right now.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's so good. You know, yeah.
Dang, I can't even talk about how great that game is because it's like
it's so good.
Yeah, I understand.
Metaphor Ray Fantasio is. Do you know Persona? So the same people who made Persona, they made like another sort of RPG fantasy game. I don't want to say it's similar to Persona, but it has the soul of it. It's like a spiritual successor to Persona.
But instead of where Persona is usually in a real world scenario,
modern day.
Yeah, this one is more fantasy elements. Yes.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of like core elements that it shares. But like from a narrative standpoint, a musical standpoint, a story standpoint, a gameplay.
But a lot of the different things, like the storytelling, is like crazy slavery, racism. There's a whole lot of classism going on. It's a very powerful story.
Yeah, it's very good. So like something like that. Like I want to do something on that, like that scale. I think is like.
You want something that's gonna be like a generational impact.
Yeah. I think every actor probably wants that, but like,
especially if you could say, "Oh man, I'm in Game of the Year, guys." You know
what I'm saying? Like, Game of the Year winner Zeno Robinson. I feel like that would do wonders for me. But yeah, I think like Timothée Chalamet said on stage, which I really respected. He was like, "I'm in pursuit of greatness." I'm sorry if that sounds like I'm full of my ego or blah blah blah.
Man.
But I respected it.
Yeah.
I respected it. I was like, yes, like that. I agree. Like I'm in pursuit of like greatness. Like I want like something that like makes my impact on my art form like indisputable. You know what I mean? Just like like when you guys are here and you guys meet these legends like Chris Sabat and like Sean Schemmel, like Justin Cook, like people who like have indisputable impact. If you ever met like Troy Baker or like Kari Payton, people just like indisputable impact on the industry, and like I'm looking for that too.
Man, you're already a part of so many different roles that in like so many impactful series that touch a lot of folks. Like you're like. I'm not gonna say this because it's gonna sound kind of crazy, especially like in basketball terms. But you're getting to Russell Westbrook, James Harden.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
but then then there's that, right? And for me, I'm like, okay, when do I get to Kobe?
Yeah.
Where's my Jordan moment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, especially for like us.
Yeah.
It's always great to see like people like us go so far because like to me when I see you, I put you. Voice actors of Kratos, like to me,
thank you.
It's like you're one of those people that younger kids who look like us, but like he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of the reason why I do it. Is like I growing up was like, why don't I see this? When I started doing research on voice acting and stuff like that. But man, yeah, like I feel like I'm climbing, but I want more.
Yeah.
I want more.
Man, you're getting there. Is there anything in the future that we could look forward to hearing you in that you could talk about? That's, I know you guys have your moments where you gotta.
Yeah, when NDAs are crazy.
Yeah.
We're on season 2 of. I'm in this anime called Go Go Loser Ranger. I play Fighter D, who is like the main. I don't want to say the main protagonist. Well, it kind of follows Fighter D's story. And if you don't watch it, it's the show. A lot of people will say it's like The Boys meets Power Rangers. Yeah, that's what a lot of people sort of say. Essentially, like, for those who've never heard of it, if I can get one or two more viewers here, it's like, the Power Rangers are the Dragon Keepers in this world, and they have been granted these artifacts that grant them their abilities, it grants them their suits, and it allows them to fight monsters and they're grunts, which are called the fighters, right? So the fighters they work for the boss monsters, and ever since the Dragon Keepers killed all the boss monsters like 13 years ago, they've been doing this thing called the Sunday Showdown every Sunday, which is like it kind of like pokes fun at like Saturday morning cartoons, right? Where they like the stage that the fighters invade and attack. Even though the fighters live in this fortress that's like above the city, they like stage this fighter attack every Sunday. And the Rangers, they show up, they like flourish, and they play up the scene and they play up almost losing, and then they defeat them. So the Rangers have these regenerative abilities and these transformative abilities. So they can regenerate, they can change their appearance to almost anything that they can imagine, and they all have specialties. And so every Sunday for like 13 years, it's like all these fighters come down, and then they spend all their time up there planning the next one. They go, okay, we gotta come up with a plan for next Sunday. Like, okay, you pick a monster. What looks scary? Blah blah blah. Right? But they're essentially in subjugation to these Rangers. We're sort of using them to sort of prop them up as local heroes, right? So one fighter D, is like, nah. Like, this is whack. Like, I gotta fight back, and actually attempts to like kill them, right? But what he ends up doing is he ends up disguising himself as a human, which not a lot of the other fighters can do. He ends up disguising himself as a human and applies to the Ranger Academy in order to sort of infiltrate the Rangers from inside and kill all the main Rangers, right? And from there, like, a lot of other stuff happens. Like, you find all the boss monsters aren't dead, and like the Rangers aren't what they seem. They're kind of corrupt and things like that. And yeah, so we're in season 2, so please check it out. Yeah, and I'm in the show on Disney Plus called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I play Harry Osborn, which is pretty freaking cool. Hey. But we have been greenlit for season 2 and a season 3. So I can't wait for you guys to see what they're cooking over there on that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna check you out. Hope you guys check him out. We appreciate talking to us.
Appreciate y'all having me. Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys again. So thanks for I don't know how it works, but if you requested me, thank you for requesting me.
Oh yeah, we always gonna request you first of all, because it's just catching up and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Oh no, thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate. And we'll catch y'all again.